Good evening, everybody. It's your man, the Bandit, on top form as ever. We've got the Big Bandit on the phone this evening. Can you hear us, Mr. Bandit?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. No background noise, so that's good. It's just take two. And for the eagle-eyed of you, you'll notice the insurance bets that myself and the Big Bandit do. We're £32 up, so thank you to the bookies. We're £32 in profit. But for that, we've got £1,057.80 in free bets. Everything seems to be going a bit too well at the minute, Mr. Bandit.
Yes, we're rocking and rolling.
We've got free bets coming in from all angles. I couldn't keep up. First game of the Premier League season, all the bookies seem to want to chuck free bets at us. With birthday bets coming in. Lab books are now giving you free bets on your birthday. With Betfred decided to give us 20 quid for the start of the season. And the trick is they give it you for the football. Put one team in and then add your horses. As long as you got one football team in. We had Arsenal who were odds on and we took a bit of a risk. We had Newcastle in another bet. So absolutely booming as always. Now, this episode we're going to talk about a few horses. And we're going to also talk about bumper horses. But the lads at Let's Talk Racing, Andrew and Josh, who do a brilliant show. We listen to their show each time they do one, and they named a couple of the Bandits' horses. Before we get into them, a bit of egg on your face since the last episode, Mr. Bandit. You're napping up Constitutional for the Arkle, and looks like it's not going to go for the Arkle from what's been said on the old Twitter.
Yeah, but it's still favourite on the bookies board.
Still a favourite on the bookies board, but Mr. Buckley's sort of made it quite clear. I think if it does switch, it'll be going for the Gold Cup. He's not going to switch it for the Arkle. So, bit of egg on your face, Mr. Bandit. And also, listening to Let's Talk Racing, something clicked with me. When you was down at Nicolls stable, this wrapped up in May, you had it down as Wake Up in May. We were trying to find the horse last time. No wonder we couldn't find it because it's called Wrapped Up in May.
Yeah, well, I went down and just speaking to people who say it, and maybe I got it just slightly wrong.
But what you didn't get wrong yet again, Mr. Bandit, after you were giving it, it won its first two races. So, there you go, folks. I've not seen it in any races yet, but another one of the Nicolls horses, tipped up by the lads on Let's Talk Racing, also given to you by the Bandit, beat them to the punch, just didn't have the name right. I think it was talking about it. Josh, I think we were talking about it. So, there you go. Keep the Bandit posted if you see it in any races. Another horse that they talked about on the show, the Bandit gave you in his earlier episode, which was In the Waterside, which Josh tipped up. But I'm going to go into a couple of the other horses that they spoke about. They spoke about Firefox, Gordon Elliott trained horse. Had a bit of a look into it. You can get 20 to 1 for the Ballymore Found Firefox, so they've given us one to follow for the season. Bandit likes to have bets on Cheltenham, so get on it with the Bandit, Firefox for the Ballymore. Good horse that they've tipped up there. They also, In the Waterside, which we talked about last time, that's 33 to 1 for the Ballymore. They talked about an horse called Fireflyer, another Nicolls horse. Can't see it in any races yet for Cheltenham. So that's Fireflyer. Then I think it were Andrew who talked about Calanisi Star. Again, not seeing this for any Cheltenham races, but keep your eyes out for that. Let the Bandit know if you see it in any races, Calanisi Star. But yeah, we had a couple of comments about bumper horses are not horses to follow at Cheltenham, and you disagreed with that last time, didn't you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Now, looking just at a bit of recce, obviously we all know what Facile Vega did last year, cracking horse, unlucky not to win at the festival. But you look at Sir Gerard in 2021, Sir Gerard won its bumper in 21, came back and won at Cheltenham. So there's decent form for you. You then look at Ferniolo, we all know what happened with Ferniolo, obviously won the two races after, but was never seen again since 2021. So you can't knock that. He won the bumper, then won its next two races. Envoy Allen, which won the bumper in 2019, As we all know, last year parked up at Cheltenham beating Shishkin. So again, you've got another bumper horse there. What beat Shishkin in the Ryanair? There you go. There's the finishings for the Ryanair. Then you start looking at horses such as Baliande, which won the bumper in 2016. And again, there's decent form. Yeah, there's a couple of horses what haven't done much since, but yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the Bandit on that. We had a couple of commenters on the show. I'm going to stick with the Bandit. Get on it with the Bandit for the bumper horses. Anything else to add on that with a dream to share for this year, Mr. Bandit?
No, just I'm going all in on the dream to share. For everybody what they're doing. You have to remember, we're not professional gamblers.
Professional bandits, though.
We're not professional tipsters either. We just try to help people along.
There you go. You heard it from the Bandit himself. Spread bet with the bookies money. Get on it with the Bandit. As always, gamble responsibly. We'll see you again on another episode. Nothing else to add, Mr. Bandit, apart from your £189 that you got on a dream to share so far?
No, nothing else.
Right, there you are it. So, it's not Wake Up in May. As we say, it's wrapped up up in May. Keep your eyes on it. Nicolls was quite bullish about it when the Bandit was down at his stables. Got the name right now. Good show as always to the lads. Shout out to Andrew and Josh. Let's talk racing. Gamble responsibly. Spread bet with the bookies money. Get on it with the Bandit.